Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Megan Nilsson, aka Crypto Megan, coming to you from sunny southern Marbella, Spain. It is so good to be back, guys, and I have to tell you, with all the turmoil and chaos and madness in the world and all the noise, there are so many incredible things being built in the background as I just got back from my world tour of so many countries and cities within the last 90 days. It's been astounding. I've been able to see on the ground for myself with the top industry leaders what is being built in the background while all of this is going on in the world. So the US struck a nuclear site in Iran, and Iran has now promised to retaliate. And there are a lot of theories going on what could happen next, how this will affect the markets and how this will affect crypto. First and foremost, I just want to say we don't wish war on anyone. We would hope for peace and unity in society and to come together. War is never a good thing in any way, shape, or form. And our thoughts and prayers go out to those who are affected by this war. But I want to really tell you my thoughts on where I think the Bitcoin market could be headed because of this and what's going to happen short to medium to long term. As Trump slams the head of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, over his rate pause and debt pressures mount, this only leads to one outcome, and that is more currency debasement, and that is the money printer being fired on. And I know that it feels like a tough market because it's a little bit different than before, in that all of the eyes, all the focus is on Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance has been raging since 2021. We have not really had a true altcoin season since 2021. Ivan on Tech pointed this out earlier, and I thought it was an interesting stat. That's why it feels so heavy to a lot of people, because if you don't have hundreds of thousands to millions saved in the bank to put into Bitcoin now, then chances are you're not going to grow your wealth exponentially. So a lot of you are in altcoins because of that asymmetrical opportunity you've been waiting for. So it feels kind of heavy to you as the altcoins just keep bleeding and bleeding and bleeding. But we are getting toward the top of the rising channel on Bitcoin dominance. Will Bitcoin dominance top soon? Time will tell, but I do have a few things I want to go over with you in this video just to help you get some perspective on what's happening right now. We have some macro indicators to point to the fact that we're far from over, and then other technical indicators as well. So market cycle tops almost never come at points of extreme fear, right? It's usually an extreme euphoria when people believe it'll never go back down. And this sort of reminds me of the pandemic era when everybody was panicking and worried that we were going to have the next massive recession. And suddenly the money printer turned on again, and we actually went skyrocketing upwards. We could be on the precipice of doing that now. As Bitcoin briefly dipped below 100K, which is a huge psychological level, but it did manage to come back up, and Capital Mindset pointed out that this could be a bear trap. So if you want to be updated on Bitcoin's every move, altcoins, what all of our top altcoin picks are, do join the Capital Mindset trading group so you can stay up to date, as we make it our mission to give you the best, most quality information possible. And we have some of the best crypto analysts in the whole space, so I highly recommend it. The link is in the description below. But yeah, so we are just now at a precipice, at a turning point in what I believe to be the last major capitulation before the fourth most parabolic phase of this market cycle. If the 4-year cycle still holds true, then we could be experiencing a Bitcoin top anywhere from October to November, and then Q2 or Q3 next year, an altcoin top and an overall market top. So look out for that. Those are some key points to have on the time horizon, but obviously we will be going over this as it happens in the Capital Mindset group. So you'll stay updated there as well as here on YouTube. So back to the point. What will this lead to? Well, what I believe it will lead to is debt pressures are mounting, and there will be no choice but to turn on the money printer again, especially with fears of war and in light of everything that's happening in the world. That is where we're headed, and Bitcoin is a safe haven asset, a flight to quality and a flight to safety. And it's proven itself time and again that it has been that asset now for years through many different types of market turmoil and panic. So what am I doing right now? I am preparing for what could be one of the biggest opportunities of our lifetime. Okay, so I believe that the risk-reward ratio is at its highest that it's been in a very, very long time. The potential upside compared to the downside that could be left is astounding. And I believe we're at that inflection point in blockchain technology where we're going to start seeing the Ubers, the Amazons, all of the titans emerge, and we have a chance now to buy them at a record low price. That being said, liquidity is coming to an all-time high again as the M2 global liquidity has exploded. You can see on this chart that Bitcoin is lagging, and there's usually a lag between 60 to 100 days. And we are still now above that $100,000 psychological level, but just know that we could go down to the low 90s and even high 80s on Bitcoin and still be bullish on the higher timeframes, guys. So now is not the time to panic. Now is the time to set and make your plan, okay? Because we could see astounding numbers come in for altcoins, and of all of the industry leaders that I've interviewed, including Kevin O'Leary, Charles Hoskinson, founder of Cardano, the mayor of New York City, Yat Su, co-founder of Animoca Brands, and so many other brilliant minds, the consensus has been that they believe the Bitcoin cycle top for this cycle would be anywhere from 150,000 to 250,000, which was the highest target. But again, we go over all of these measured moves in real time as we're watching Bitcoin price action unfold and altcoin price action unfold in the capital mindset. So we'll keep you updated there. But this is just the bigger picture. I just want you today to zoom out, stay cool, calm, and collected, and just know that for me, the way I'm playing this is that we have a chance at generational wealth to get behind the winners of this race. Those next big companies to actually pave the way for the next iteration of the internet, which is Web3. And wow, it is actually mind-blowing that we get to have another chance to get them at these prices. ETH is showing strength. SUI is showing strength. I'm very, very bullish on Theta. I'll do videos on all of these. Cardano is potentially going to bring DeFi to Bitcoin, which should open up so much liquidity. Proppy Pro, which is bringing real estate on chain, is leading the RWA revolution, and they are highly undervalued at under $100 million market cap and building since 2017 with backers like Tim Draper. I mean, these are the kind of companies that I can get behind. And for full disclosure, all of these coins that I've mentioned, I actually own because I'm bullish on them, okay? HBAR is another one that I'm super bullish on, and I will reveal who's one of those top leading voices that actually thinks that HBAR is the most undervalued asset this cycle. So I've got a lot prepared for you guys. I just want to make sure today that you understand that now is not the point to capitulate and give up amongst peak fear. Now is the time to get laser focused and stick to your plan. Buy the dip if that's in your plan. Just sit and wait and stay cool, calm, and collected if not. And just know that big things are coming to this space. We are some of the first. We are early adopters. I mean, just have a look at this chart on the S-curve. This is the fastest growing technology in history. Nothing has changed fundamentally. In fact, actually, all of this global unrest and market uncertainty will make Bitcoin stronger in the end. So while all this chaos and turmoil and commotion has been going on in the world, Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy is planning its next big Bitcoin buy. Inflows are still coming in every single week for the Bitcoin ETFs, and banks and institutions are front-running you if you haven't bought Bitcoin yet. So as I said, I believe this is the last capitulation before that last explosive phase of the bull run, and I want you guys to be prepared. So I'm coming back. Last time I said 200 days to the Bitcoin halving. This time it's going to be 200 days to completely change your life in this space as you know it. I truly believe so. So I mentioned a few of those cryptos that I am bullish on in this video, but I will be making lots of more detailed videos about those. So stay tuned for that. I hope you have a phenomenal day. Go out and touch some grass. Get away from the charts if you're bothered by it. Otherwise, just know that good things come to those who are patient and have conviction in their investments. So always have your strategy. If you want to trade, have a trading portfolio. If you're an investor, have an investor portfolio, and act accordingly. On these days, I'm doubling down on my Bitcoin buys, as well as looking to get back into altcoins and adding to my long-term portfolio for altcoins. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you're hanging in there. Have a wonderful week, and let me know what you'd like me to cover on the channel as we get into the next segment of 200 days. Love you all. It's great to be back, and I'll see you tomorrow.